We've got Dan Hellie, James Coe, Dr. Mark Adickes, and we're going to bring the doc in, unfortunately, a little early. Your fantasy fix and newsflash of the day is based around an elite wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., limited late in the week with a bruised quad. The doc is here with more because Odell Beckham Jr. has been ruled out of Week 14. We've got the fantasy fallout, but what up, Doc?
Well, this surprised me. He didn't appear on the injury report till Friday, and now he's out. Let's take a look at the injury itself. You can see what happened. The injury actually took place in Week 12. Last play of the game, he catches this pitch, and the defensive back, when we see it on the reverse angle, his heel hits Odell Beckham right in the lower quad. Now, typically with a quad injury, what happens is you actually get bruising or bleeding in the quad musculature. That is usually most symptomatic the following day, and yet he played last week, had 9 targets, 35 yards, and a touchdown, and now he continues to hurt. I worry about a knee hyperextension or maybe even a bruise, a bone bruise of that knee, the way he caught that heel. Wouldn't surprise me, given their record, if he misses more time, maybe even the rest of the year. So back to you guys at the couch.
Cam Newton has been dealing with kind of a sore shoulder this week. Ron Rivera, the Panthers head coach, says for the most part, it's been a normal practice week for Cam. Dr. Mark Adickes back in New York with a deep dive into what's going on with Cam's shoulder here. Doc?
Well, Cam takes time off at practice all year round anyway, so it's not surprising that he'd be limited some, but it does bother me that his throwing shoulder that he had surgery on in March of 2017 is bugging again. Plus, he's been making hints that he may require another surgical procedure after this year. So let's take a look at the video of how he was throwing the ball towards the end of the game against the Bucs. You can see him there warming up on the sideline. Here he goes to throw deep, and not much on it. Underthrows the receiver, gets picked off. Here he is throwing in the flat on the right side. Again, not much mustard on that ball. And then he goes for the Hail Mary. Not much of a Hail Mary there either. And then he came out of the game after that. So when you look at the labrum is the ring of cartilage that surrounds the socket. If we fade everything else, you can see it. It's what makes the socket stable. He had surgery where he had anchors, little anchors are drilled into the bone, and then sutures tie that labrum back in place. What I want to point out is in 2016, when he was playing with that hurt right shoulder, his completion percentage over the last 7 weeks of the season was in the low 40s. So for me, I worry about Cam as the season progresses.